What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Kickin' It podcast.
Sorry. I didn't click record.
God damn it! What's going on? Welcome back to the Kickin' It podcast. My name is Zac Holcomb. Today we've got Mike Pridgen, or Young Pridge if you're on the IGs. This is episode 17 of the podcast already. I can't hardly believe it. Jerry, can you believe it?
No, I cannot. 17 and a half, technically.
Yeah, 17. It's the 18th episode, but it's number 17. But yeah, welcome to the show, man.
Hey, appreciate being here, man. What y'all doing down here is dope.
Oh, for sure.
As soon as Jerry told me about it, I was like, let me get on YouTube, subscribe, watched a few. Y'all doing a great thing down here, man.
I'll subscribe. Appreciate that.
Yeah, man, for sure,
Hell
sure.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and shout it out right now. If you're not subscribed, please click subscribe and the bell, like all the cool kids say on the YouTubes, and give us the like, right? And if you don't like it, what do we always say? Screw off and get the hell out of here, because we're about to have a really good time. And we're going to say stuff that you're probably going to think is offensive. And if you don't like curse words, not the show for you.
Thanks.
Yeah. So anyway, well, what's going on, man? I don't really know you. I've known you for about 17 minutes since you've been in here, and we started kicking it off pretty much so well that I was like, let's just turn the lights off and turn on the freaking podcast and let's rock and roll.
Facts, man. Born and raised in Kinston, man. Been here pretty much all my life. Moved away a little bit when I was in the Army. Missouri, Florida. I drove trucks for a little bit. Been all over 50 states. Just try to do what I can do, man. Living life.
I like it. All 50?
All 50.
Hawaii even.
Yeah, I went there when I was younger, man, on a cruise. So, all 50.
Yeah, didn't know that. Look, you never know what you might learn on the Kicking It With podcast, Jerry. This is your buddy, and you didn't even know he's been to all 50 states, including Hawaii. Very cool. So you guys, we kind of chatted about it for a second. You guys work together at the Waterpark.
Yeah, man. Lions Water Adventure, LWA. Like, we were about to even get a tattoo, but things fell through. That's on my part. But yeah, man, it's been around about 12, 13 years, and it's just a big staple in Kinston, man. No matter what anybody says, everybody goes to that water park at some point.
Yeah,
it's
the
cheap.
lazy river. I mean,
hey, I'm not gonna lie, the lazy river is not that lazy. Like, you know, when you typically go to a water park, you get on the lazy river, get in the tube, and you can just chill and go to sleep.
Take a nap.
Yeah, ours you can't do that. You get in and immediately get splashed with water.
Oh, so it's got the little fountains and everything from the sides, or is that the kids?
That is the kids and the attractions. Like, the whole time you're getting wet.
Gotcha. Okay.
Most
So
times,
it's extremely interactive.
yeah, like whole time you're getting wet. So most times we get a complaint about your lazy river isn't that lazy.
What's it called? What's the technical name of it? Do you know?
Lazy river.
It was Lazy River,
Yeah.
Lazy river, and they're like, well, it's in the name. Yeah, I can see the frustration. I mean, plus lazy, pretty easy word to sound out. Most people know what it means around here, so.
That is facts. But I mean, it's a cool place to work, man. You know, after a while, you get kind of tired of babysitting your staff and you know, dealing with certain complaints over and over again, like put on life jacket for your baby.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's a cool summer job. So anybody, teens,
check it out.
Yeah, you know, teens that want a job during the summer, pays more than minimum wage.
Pretty fire job if you're not 18 yet. Like, if you're in high school, why would you not want to be hanging out there? Especially if you're a dude.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or
Also,
like a chick that might be into chicks, still another good spot.
college kids too.
College? Yeah, coming back home like year 1, year 2, summer back home.
Yeah, and don't want to work at
Easy.
McDonald's or, you know, the many fast food places we have here.
Mm-hmm.
So
Makes
check
sense.
it out. Check it out.
And you're vibing, like you said, you're hanging out outside with your shirt off all summer long, getting paid for it. Pretty sweet gig.
Yeah, man. I honestly started it when I was 15 and just kept going back. And it's like easy money, easy hours.
Yeah.
Nobody's really hounding you the whole time, so it was pretty dope.
Probably have a pretty cool like employee program to come and hang out there too on your days off.
Oh yeah, free. Get in free.
$0, free 99.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Just come in. Jerry used to come in with his nephew like all the time.
Gotcha.
You know,
Nice.
Good time.
We've been seeing him around. We got him into some wrestling a couple weeks ago. We saw him on Sunday. It's a pretty fun time.
Hey
Dragging
man,
the nephew around.
I definitely didn't think Jerry was like a wrestler until I seen him. Like, we used to wrestle at work, just like horsing around. Jerry would be like crushing everybody, and I was like, oh, Jerry's fucking serious. Like,
yeah, he's not
yeah, like he's serious. And I was like, yeah, Jerry. So, you know, if we ever got into a real fight, don't use any of that. We just straight fists.
Yeah.
Just straight fist.
That's what people always say to me. They're like, oh, you probably think about like today I was on the Brian Hank show, and he was like, you don't F with Jerry Stackhouse, because Stackhouse was going berserk the other night on a Vanderbilt game. He got like taken out of the game and all that.
Yeah.
He was like, you don't F with Stack. And I was like, yeah, I can tell that. And he's like, like you're a wrestler, but like it's still probably not someone you want to mess with. And I was like, no, not really trying to fuck with Stack at all.
Yeah, bro, that Kingston will come out at you, and it's pretty dangerous.
Yeah.
Pretty
I was
dangerous.
like, bro, I'm 5'6". Like, I'm 5'7", maybe. I don't even know what my ID says, but it's a lie.
Yeah, I lied on my ID. I told him I was 5'6".
We had
Straight up.
shoes on, so.
Hey, absolutely. They'll never find out.
Yeah, when they have you out of the car, you're 5'6" with the shoes, so it's fine.
Facts.
That's the way I was in it. I put 5'8", but I'm pretty sure it's not real.
Hey,
Funny story, my dad is like 6'3". Well, he was almost 6'4". Now he's down to 6'2". He's getting older. My brother is 6'2" or 6'3", and they used to always make fun of me. So we were like measuring as we're growing. I was 5 years older than my younger brother, but not much taller. So we were checking and we were writing stuff like how high we were, and I was up there and I was like, I measured it. It's like a little more than 5'8", and I said 5'8.5".
5'8". Hey, that half counts. I don't care what anybody
It
says.
totally wasn't. It was 5'8 and 1/8. But it was over 5'8", so I said 5'8.5", and I kind of stepped down. I was like, and my brother and dad tell this story because I was out of the room. I'd walked away, and my dad looked at my brother and goes, that was only 5'8 and 1/8. Like that's 5'8". And my brother, who at that point in time was probably almost taller than me, but still 5 years younger, looked at my dad and said, "It's fine, dude. Just give it to him. He'll never be 6 foot like us." And I was like, and so they started telling me this like 5 years later. And I was like, "Fuck you, man. Like that's fucked up."
Bro, everywhere I go, somebody talks about my height. Like even at the job, there was like, "You're super short." I'm just like,
the low CG, babe, the center of gravity is not to be played with, though.
Absolutely.
You have wrestler height. Jerry would have a hard time with you. Jerry would have to be double underhooks, but then you would get him, I think, still, with the bear hug.
hey, listen, man, I doubt I could take Jerry because Jerry has a lot of energy.
Yeah.
A lot of energy. After a minute, I'm tapping out.
That's the thing. You got to get him quick. You got to get the wrestlers quick because they're going to time you out, generally.
Yeah, I already know. Over a minute, Jerry, you got me.
Yeah, the wrestlers get comfortable the longer it goes in general, especially if their lights aren't rocked a little bit. If they're not taking punches to the head, they're starting to get comfortable as they start breathing heavier and stuff like that. So that's true. That's true. What were your sports?
Man, I played football, track. In my senior year, I played baseball. Like, I've always played baseball, but at North Lenore, baseball's a different level. Like, one sport they're good at is baseball.
Gotcha.
So, just for me to make the team, I was a pinch runner. So, I was just like, fast, never got in other than that.
Yeah.
Didn't matter. Like, but mostly football and track though, man, because I was fast and I'm short. So, hitting the hole, doing those types of things was easy for me.
What was your event in track? 100, 200? Not hurdles though, right?
Absolutely not. But the crazy thing about it, my freshman year, our track coach was a dude named Coach Powell. Did not know a thing about track. So we would just go to the track meets and run a bunch of events. Everybody. I think the max we could run was 4, and we were running 6, 7, 8 events. Whoever, just got up. And one time I did hurdles, I fell in front of everybody. Never did it again. Yeah. Scarred my whole arm up. But
is that why you covered it up with the anime tattoos?
Absolutely. Anime is life. So
I like that.
As soon as that healed up, I was like, bet, I'm definitely gonna get some tats on this.
Yeah, blend it a little bit.
Absolutely, like man.
Smart move. Smart move. Is that a Phillies hat?
Yes.
Last guess, Joe Hargitt, huge Phillies fan. Joe Hargitt, owner of Kings.
Bro, I've never met him.
You just missed him because he just left. Man, I should have held him a little.
Yeah, I want
big Phillies fan. Huge. He went to the World Series games this year.
What?
I think he went to. What games were played there? 6 or 7 in Philly?
Yeah.
Game 7 in Philly?
Yeah.
He was at that, yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I just want to thank him so much for all of the hush puppies I've eaten in my life. King's hush puppies are A1 and barbecue.
He was also explaining to us morons what a peck of oysters is because we didn't know.
The hell is that?
So a peck of oysters, he does buy a peck, get a peck free on Wednesday nights, and has Bobby Merritt playing some tunes at Lulu's Oyster Bar in King's Barbecue right down there. he let us know that a peck of oysters is generally between 25 and 30. And the way that you determine what a peck of oysters is you fill a 5-gallon bucket with oysters and then divide it by 4.
That's wild.
Yeah.
I
Now
don't
you
think
know.
I don't think I could eat a peck though.
That's what we discussed. We said, well, how big are they? Because a peck to me, and that was what I didn't know, was like buy a peck, get a peck. Is that like me take my wife, or is that like me take 5 friends?
Yeah, because
Like how many is that? And he told us that, yeah, so like 24, 25, 26 oysters. He said he can't eat a whole peck himself. He owns the place. So that means I probably couldn't.
okay, that's a bit.
I think like 12 is like a lot.
Yeah, I was about to say 8.
8's a lot.
8 is my max. Like,
Really?
yeah.
You eat
like,
them raw or steamed or what?
doesn't matter.
Just yes.
Yeah, just absolutely. I love seafood.
Have you had the mango salsa ones from over here at Harpendills yet?
I have not been to Harpendills.
Gotta check it out. Pretty good.
That's a bit. We
Pretty
gotta
good.
get Jerry to try one though.
Yeah, Jerry's never had an oyster, and so we were really trying to get him hyped to it, like trying to get him all hyped up so we can get him to try it. He's a texture guy, though. He's not.
I feel like it would feel like slimy and weird in my mouth.
Bro, but we could polish off a peck. Like once you figure out you like them,
Yeah.
we could be
Well,
like,
that's what Joe
That's why I
said.
want to try them though.
Joe said if you're kind of having some issues with the texture, you can always just throw them on a saltine and then cover them with cocktail sauce. And then Jerry said, "Well, what do they taste like?" He said, "Saltines and cocktail sauce."
But at that point, am I eating oysters or?
That's where I kind of went. I was like, "That's not." I want to taste it. Like I enjoy the oyster myself.
I'm gonna try a raw oyster when we go,
Yeah.
just so I know.
But steam, not bad either. Like you throw them on the grill until they
yeah.
pop open and they're easy to get to. I didn't know how to shuck an oyster. Do you know how to shuck an oyster?
absolutely not.
No?
I've tried like what's it, Calabash and Myrtle Beach.
Yeah.
Man, they got that big seafood buffet, and I would get them. Never could get it open.
I couldn't either. We
Never-
got a peck the other day from Reynolds.
Uh huh.
I couldn't figure out how to get them. But I learned, Joe was telling us that the problem is you can't try to go at the oyster. You can't shuck an oyster at the front. You got to flip the oyster around, shuck it from the rear. You got to shuck the oyster from the hinge point.
Are we still talking about seafood?
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Hard to follow, but easy to follow at the same time.
So
He
you
said
gotta-
the way to properly shuck an oyster is take your knife, wear a glove, first of all, because you'll freaking cut your goddamn fingers off. But he said everyone wants to do it from like the closed end. That's not the way.
Okay.
Back on the back where the hinge point is, you push the back of the hinge and you'll push it through. And he said as soon as you break through, you turn it sideways and the thing opens right up.
Okay. Well,
That's what I said.
Get it from the back.
You gotta, if you're trying to shuck, you gotta shuck from the rear. And
Shuck.
that's the best way to get it done.
Is that
I want to coin that phrase.
Yeah.
is that what my ex-girlfriend meant? I thought she was talking about.
Yes.
Probably.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like
I don't know. But when we go to Reynolds, my uncle was down here a couple weeks ago. We walked right in, and he said, we walked into Reynolds, we opened the door, we walked in, and he goes, "Hello, ladies."
the best intro to a song ever. Like Afroman.
Yeah.
Afroman is legendary, but just that good morning, ladies. Like after walking into a fish market, classic.
Yeah.
Anytime I go to karaoke and somebody sings that song, like I gotta get hype. I don't care if I'm the only one hype, but Afroman, Colt 45,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I was shocked. My 60-year-old uncle walked right in the fish market and literally recited it. He actually got it right. I just fucked it up. But yeah, it was freaking hilarious. I was like, shut up, man. That's too funny. Too funny. Dude's got a slick back, like haircut.
That's
Walks right in.
That's crazy. I remember the
fine.
first time I actually heard that song though. Like I think I was in ninth grade.
Yes, same.
Like been out for a minute. I was riding a bus and this dude named Jay was sitting beside me. He had one of those little MP3s you could plug into your computer. And he was like, "Bro, listen to this." Blew my mind.
Life changing.
Life changing.
Yes.
Life changing.
Like a renaissance.
Yeah, like you just good music's hard to find now, man. Though.
I remember my parents used to always pick me up after like events and stuff from school because like I went to like a private school and they were all like protective of shit forever. And then like ninth grade, I was like, "Please let me go to public school because of wrestling, Dad. Please, please, please." And he was like, "All right, cool, that's fine." It's for sport that he really liked, so it was great. So he let me switch schools. I think like so freshman year I get picked up all the time. Sophomore year I didn't really have my license yet, and I went to like the sports meeting before season started.
Mm-hmm.
And my parents couldn't, they could get there to pick me up from a practice, but that wasn't important enough. So they were like, if you can just get a ride, that'd be great. And I was like, sure, Tyler, take me home. My dad was like, oh, no, not Tyler. He's like, that kid's a bad influence, But anyway, he took me home, and that's when I first heard the song was like Coming Home with Tyler. And I told my dad about it like an idiot because I was like, I heard this really funny song, da-da-da-da. I was still stupid, like really stupid. And he was like, oh, that's great. Was that in the car with Tyler? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, that's fantastic. And then I never got to ride with Tyler ever again.
Yeah, man. That
yeah, you hear it one time, you're like, wow.
Yeah, like that song is
a whole new world out here.
Absolutely vulgar, but it's so funny.
It is.
And when you're a teenager, that's like the cusp of your teenage years, like just hearing vulgar stuff in songs.
Eminem made a whole career off of it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he made a whole career off of 12 to 17-year-old kids.
That is
really
facts.
During the CD era, because you could get it. It was tough.
Absolutely.
It was the time to be alive, man. Time to be alive.
Jesus. Didn't have to pay bills or none of that, man. Just living.
You just showed up at a house that was more than you can afford, and you didn't even pay anything to show up at it. It was fantastic. Now you're like, this crap hole, and I got to pay for it every day.
Bro, I literally wake up every day, and it's like, bills are kicking my ass.
Yeah.
Like, I miss being young and just being like, all right, only thing I really have to worry about is maybe gas. And I didn't even have to worry about gas like that. So I was just like, this is it. I want to be a grown-up. And then I got to be a grown-up, and it sucks.
It's not all it's cracked up for, kids. If you're watching, quit watching. It's too bad for you. But if you're watching, enjoy being a kid because it's fantastic.
Absolutely.
High school legitimately is awesome. And you tell high school kids, you're like, relish this time. You're going to look back, and everything you do from now on will be through this lens that you have that's being formed now in these 4 years.
Absolutely.
And they're like, whatever, old man. And then, 6 years later, they're like, dude, I wish I would have done more cool stuff when I couldn't really get in trouble for it. And you're like, yeah.
But now they don't even have to go to school. Like, I drive around Kinston, and I see kids walking, in the middle of the week.
Oh, yeah, I'm with that. Yeah, they're everywhere.
And most of our employees was like, yo, I only got to go to school for 2 hours. Mm-hmm. Why the hell are you going to school for 2 hours? Oh, well, most of my classes are online. Where was this when I was in school?
No doubt. The stuff where they let them work like a full-time job and then just take some classes at home.
Take some classes at home. I had to go to school for 8 hours.
We had a class. I'm not really sure what it was called, but we went to it, and the gist of this particular class was sharing your feelings with others and listening to others share their feelings. And there was a 101 and a 201, and pretty much this class was just me and a bunch of dumbass jocks that needed a couple of free credits so that they could stay eligible. And it was just a whole class about just talking about your feelings. We watched what's that movie? Breakfast Club.
What?
I mean, we're just all about feelings and talking about stuff. It was like a high school credit.
That is amazing. I planned my whole high school career off of PE 1 and 2 and weightlifting. I tried to make sure I had that every semester because I already knew I can bullshit in this class.
I asked, they told me I had to take 6 classes my senior year to be able to wrestle. And I was like, but the thing only says I need 5 actual credits passing to be eligible. And they were like, right, well, most people will take 6 just in case something crazy happens with one of them. They're still eligible. And I was like, all right, that's cool. Can I just take the 5 classes that I need and then take PE 10 again? They're like, no, you already got that credit, so it wouldn't count. And I was like, dang it. All right, put me in so-and-so's stupid little feelings course. But yeah, it was a joke about basically that class was known as if you needed an elective and home ec was too hard, you would take this class. I can't even remember what it was called, and it was just and then if you liked it so well and you still didn't want to take home ec, there was a 201. You're like, what?
Bro, I wish we would have had something like that. It got to the point where they told me, I was like, yeah, I want to take PE or weightlifting. It was like, no, you can't. So you got art or something else. And I was like, I can't draw.
Yeah, and not doing the art either.
And I ended up taking the art class and learning how to draw one flower. For the whole semester, I could draw one flower.
What flower was it?
A rose.
That's a beautiful. If you're gonna draw one though, that's a pretty beautiful flower.
It's actually still in my parents' refrigerator right now. So, like that is my one achievement that I'm very, very proud of. That one
I like
rose, painted it and everything, still on the
And
refrigerator.
watercolors or
Hell no.
Could
I
you
had
get a
some-
picture for us?
Hey, most definitely, yeah.
we want to get that. We'll put it up on the pod.
Yeah.
Jerry's into fine arts. Did you know this about Jerry? Jerry's a fine art artiste.
Well, I knew he can draw.
You see my shoes too, I think, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Our man, did you ever sell those shoes that you did?
Dude, I sold one pair because no one wanted to pay my price. Like, they took forever. That's why they were so expensive, but no one wanted to pay for them.
Because we were at work and somebody like had, I guess, Jerry design a shoe.
I sold two, actually.
Okay, so you sold that pair?
Yeah.
Okay, because, man, they were floating around work for the longest time. And I'm like, yo, whose shoes are these?
3. Damn, I'm stupid. I sold 3.
Way to go, Jerry. Like,
Yeah.
but I was like, yo, these shoes are fire. And then it was like, Mike, do you want them? I was like, bro, these are size 13. I wear a 9.
Yeah, you got to know your demographic, dude.
Like, I definitely can't fit those. These are fire, though, but no.
Got a lot of small feet small shoe wearers here in the Kinston area. A lot of short people in the South. Coming from the North. I'm from Ohio.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah.
A lot of short people here, especially in South Lenoreland, like south of the river. Very short people. Right?
Yeah, absolutely. But I'm not, like, my feet size, I feel like it's small, but it's not where, I feel like I should be like a 4 or 5 in men's.
That's like kid size though.
Bro, you know how cheap those shoes are?
I'm with that. I just wish I could buy women's shoes. I'd be on top of the world right
On top of the world. Like, my last pair of shoes are called Just So So's.
Yeah. My
I
brother
used-
has some of those.
Man, feel like walking on clouds. I would see the ads and stuff like on Facebook and Instagram, and I'm like, these shoes are fake.
Yeah, they gotta suck.
They gotta suck. So I got on Amazon one day. They got a slew of colors, and I'm just like, I'm gonna just try these white ones out. Got them $40.
Yeah.
I felt so accomplished in my life. Like, I got a $40 pair of shoes that look good, and that's when I realized I'm old.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care what's on.
It's like being like, yeah, but these 502 New Balances are so comfortable, cushiony.
Cushiony, like,
Yeah.
and they matter of fact, they bullied me at work, Jerry. I don't know if you knew this, because I had some regular slides from, like, I don't even know where they were from. They were generic. They said, "Geez, Mike, I wish you would get some Crocs."
I'm not a Croc fan, but you actually did get a pair. I didn't think you liked Crocs either.
I didn't, but there was a deal struck, so I wouldn't have to pay for them.
Yeah, they're like $80 for plastic.
And they got these cool, what are they called, giblets?
Maybe.
I don't know. Don't quote me on that. But either way, I got these to put on them, so it worked out fine. Got some anime stuff, a water drop, a basketball hoop, and I don't know what the other one is. But
The basketball hoop almost looks like a WWE logo.
listen, they've been through a rough time since I got them in July. A lot of stuff has happened.
I took my daughter to the factory outlet Croc store in Smithfield.
Yeah.
It's not really an outlet. It's expensive still.
Oh,
And yeah, I think the shoes were $45, and then she got all these little things, and then we cashed out, and it was like $107. And I was like, "What the fuck just happened?" I got the plastic shoes for $45. How the fuck did I just spend $100? And it was like all these little charms that she got for the shoes were actually more expensive than the shoes, and I was like, "That's bullshit." I got a 3D color printer. We could have printed all these stupid little characters
That's how
and
they-
plugged them into the shoes. What am I doing?
that's how they get you, man. And then you drove an
Incremental sales.
hour to Smithfield. I wish we had a mall. You like
I don't.
why?
Because they're useless. They go out everywhere. They're closing everywhere. Just so you
Listen,
know.
when Kinston's Mall was still a mall, it was amazing. Just because you could go somewhere and actually hang out. Like, it got to the point where it was the mall, Walmart parking lot.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing in between, like, for us to do. And now it's just an abandoned building with Belks.
Well, that's why we need the BMX park, dude.
That would be amazing.
Be dope. Even if you didn't ride, like, it's still a place to hang out.
I don't even care if I didn't ride. I'm going in there and try to shred it.
I'd take the one wheel. Have you ever ridden a one wheel?
Is that the thing that you hold and
It's a little skateboard with one tire, and it's got like a little gyroscope in it. And when you lean a certain direction, it propels you that way.
I've never seen that.
Oh, dude.
If
It's
you-
pretty dope.
I would love to see that in person. Like,
We'll show you. We got one around. somewhere.
Yeah, I need to see that before I leave. But yeah,
It's
man.
sweet. It's super dangerous. If you have health insurance, well, you work for the city, you probably have good benefits, but we can
Absolutely.
get you up on there.
I'm down for that.
Yeah. It's super sketchy though. My first question to people are like, "Can I ride?" Is like, "Do you have health insurance?"
Hey, listen, man, I'm
Sketchy.
good. I'm good now. I'm real good. So I'm definitely down to do that. But the BMX park, that would be dope because I went in Belk. I think it was last year. Scared the shit out of me. I wanted to buy a pair of jeans. Went in there. It looks deserted. The worker is just like far off behind the counter, just staring at me, and I'm just like, "Where are your jeans?" She pointed over there. I'm like, "Can I try them on?" She's like, "No." Why can't I try on the jeans? She said, "COVID." I said, okay, all right. So I have to take these jeans home just to see if they fit. Luckily, they fit, because if they didn't, I had some words for her. But
yeah, well, they should give you a discount to not try it on in the store. Like, I think that should be an actual thing. Like, I think if someone in the fitting room should be like, "I'll give you 5% off if you buy them right now and don't try them on," because how many people would go home and be like, "Oh, they don't fit, fuck it."
Yeah,
But you'd still get the sale. You'd sell more stuff that way. Give you 10% off now. It's almost like double or nothing. Don't try them before you leave.
they need that though, because I don't know how Belk is holding on like by this thread, because there's nothing else like
I can tell you how. Jeffrey Williford. Hands down, he pumps the shit out of that place with the social media stuff, and he's got a slew of women that will go in there and just, hate to say this, but it's like Kohl's. Kohl's is a store. It's very similar. They bring in all this stuff. It has very high retail ticket prices, but every day is a 30 to 60% off sale. And then Wednesdays are Senior Citizen Day. You get another 15 or 10% off. And then if you spend this much money by this day, we'll send you a coupon for this much off during this next period of time. Those companies know how to like manipulate the high retail prices and then the high discounts into thinking you got a great deal, but you still spent $45 on a pair of Lucky jeans. And that's still expensive.
I get that, because this town is it's a lot of older people.
Yeah, they get the old money.
Yeah, like
They're capping on that old money.
Yeah, I always say like Kinston's a good retirement town and a good startup town.
Yeah.
Like, you trying to figure out life, nothing wrong with coming to Kinston, getting a cheap apartment, because the rent is a lot cheaper than everywhere else.
Absolutely.
And just stacking some money and then, trying to move out of Kinston.
I like I'm hip to the long-term plan of taking advantage of the cheap cost of living and then running a business that's operating on the internet. Like, all we need is an internet connection and a UPS driver.
Yeah.
I can do everything that I do here just as much as if I was in LA, Chicago, New York, Columbus,
That's dope.
Orlando. So it's like, for businesses that operate like that, why not live somewhere where it's cheaper?
Facts.
And we're closer to the beach than Raleigh. So like, I could be paying 2x to live in Raleigh and then have 2x to drive to the beach. And trust me, you live in Raleigh long enough, you're going to find 15 things to bitch about from there too. I lived in like cool places, man, and like you still find like the negative stuff. Like it's all in what you're looking for, man. You find it.
Yeah, that's how. Like when I came back home, I really was like, "Damn, I'm back in Kinston." Like, I hated the concept of just being back here. And as you get older, I guess you kind of realize like, yo, I'm not paying as much. Like, I can do a little bit more. I can save a little bit more, and then start over. Like, and I'll be a lot better in a better situation than I was trying to stay Raleigh, Durham, Charlotte. Cause
Yeah, just floating along.
Yeah,
taking
man.
What you're paying every month.
You know what I'm saying? A 1-bedroom in Charlotte's like on the low end, maybe $1,400, and down here, $1,400 get you a pretty nice spot.
House, yeah.
Yeah, so
or you just buy something, sit on it for a little bit.
yeah, absolutely.
Jesus.
So,
Yeah, it's crazy down here, man. I'm a big fan of that. Like, that's the opportunity of the area to me, especially if you can find a spot like we do a little downtown living, or having a building down and or a commercial space downstairs and a residential upstairs like we're trying to do, and then we just operate our business on the internet mostly. Like, we have these other businesses that operate in town, but like Additive America is the cash cow that runs everything for us. And it's 100. I don't know how I don't sell a lot of stuff in the county at all, so it's mostly just internet based. Works out pretty sweet. Plus, it's like, it's kind of nice to like not ever have to deal with traffic.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Ever.
Yeah,
That's crazy cool. Something people sleep on.
Yeah, like I lived in Greenville for a little bit, and it was just a hassle. 12, 4, maybe about 7 o'clock. those times in Greenville, traffic, it's just like I don't even want to be outside anymore.
Yeah,
Like,
you start living your life around these time frames where you don't want to be in your car or on the road, and that's like it sucks.
it sucks so
Freaking
much.
terrible.
So much. Like even when I travel now, I like know, all right, if I'm leaving after maybe 4, I'm a hit an hour worth of traffic in Raleigh-Durham area. So I try to leave before that or either after that 5 o'clock traffic because
It's the level of like stress too involved with it. It's an extremely high anxiety, high stressful like event. It sucks. I hate sitting in traffic. It's the worst feeling ever.
man, when I was driving trucks, that was like the worst thing.
You got like people like Jerry cutting you off and like running up the side and jumping in front of you because you can't accelerate as fast as the cars and you just want to kill them.
Yeah, man. Everybody thinks like, all right, I can just cut in front of this truck and they can stop. Yo, they are risking their lives because it's gonna take a good 20 seconds for it to come to a complete stop. Like, and that's on a good end. Like your brakes are amazing and you not hauling anything.
It's like they think that because there's 18 wheels, there's 18 sets of brakes. And you're like, no,
No, I'm gonna hit you.
it's just 57,000 pounds coming at you with 4 disc brakes.
Yeah,
6.
like it was a crazy concept, but man, that's another great thing about Kinston. I can say the only real traffic you'll get is like during the summer when everybody's going to the beach.
Yeah, when 70's cramming.
Yeah, that is like the only time you'll see a bunch of traffic in and out of Kinston. It's summertime, straight beach. Just
I kind of learned that like you can't run out and hit the car wash on Sundays after like 11:30. It's a whole day event. You may as well just wash it at the house.
might as well wash it at the house because I remember I wouldn't wash my car during the summers because where we work at the back trail is straight dirt, and I have a white car.
Nice.
So every time I would wash my car, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna just take it slow, go back here. Man, doesn't even look like I washed it. So I'll try to go to the car wash. Everybody and their mom is there on the car, like kids outside playing with the hoses and all that other stuff, and I'm just like, bro, I just want to wash my car. Horrible.
Anything you want to plug or promote?
Yeah, we do a shameless self-promotion bit at the end.
Nah, man, I don't really, have a business or anything, man. Good music. I listen to Brent Faiyaz.
Yeah.
He's a dope artist.
Yeah.
Good vibes. You ever in a car or going through a breakup or just good vibes, man. Like I listen to Brent almost every day, and no matter what mood I'm in, I just kind of eventually just mellow out. Good R&B, man.
Is that largely the songs that you cover on your TikTok with your dance moves?
Yeah, absolutely.
Usually Brent Faiyaz songs.
Yeah, well, no, it's a mix of Brent and like 90s R&B, man, and those concepts are like spur of the moment. I'm like, bro, I got to do this.
Yeah,
Or
inspired.
yeah, just make something funny, man. I had one dream. I was like, man, I'm gonna be TikTok famous, and then I got tired of making videos. I was just like,
Yeah.
nah, not anymore. So
What's your TikTok following up to? Or you called it quits?
let me see, man.
Let's see.
I got like 2,000 followers.
Not bad. That's respectable.
Yeah,
That's
man.
respectable.
So
The Instagram is more your platform, wouldn't you say?
yeah, man, that blew up in college, like, cause college you could be who you want to be. Like I wasn't trying to fake it till I make it. Like, nah, this is Mike. I'm trying to go party and get fucked up.
Yeah.
And it was great because I was older than my class because I ended up going to college a year after high school because I joined the Army first. And I could buy alcohol and shit. And I had homies that was like up there already. So they was like, yo, we can get you alcohol. I would throw parties in my dorm room because my RA was never there. And we could move our furniture around. So it was just a crazy concept for me. And people just was like, yo, you heard about Mike's parties or Mike's having a kickback tonight. And the security guard, he would come and buy shots from me. Like,
Yes.
it was crazy, man. Like I remember he brought his girlfriend to one of my kickbacks. Like he was on duty, brought his girl and was in there partying with us. So just from that, man, word of mouth, and that was like when Instagram was like really popping, taking off and popular.
Is that like 14?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know,
it was the thing back then, man.
back
Like
then,
12
man.
to 14, it was so fly. 12 to 15.
Yeah, that was like Tinder. So I was like, oh, yeah, you go ahead and add me.
Yes.
I'll add you back.
Yes.
And I was still making like funny videos back then, just dancing and doing stuff because I was drunk. But, you know, now I'm more of Facebook, man, because
Yeah.
like I'm old. So,
That's where all the old people are.
yeah, man. So,
Facebook.
like Facebook, I don't even post anything. I just really just get up there to see what's going on, what's happening, and what new anime is coming out, to be honest.
Right on, for sure. Well, if you want to plug any of those handles on the socials, how do people get a hold of you? They want to catch up with you, anything like that. They maybe watch this. They're like, oh my god, I used to give him tons of shit at the water park. I love to just shoot him a message and be like, hey, remember me?
Yeah, hey, look, man. So all of my stuff is YoungPridge, Young Pridge, TikTok, Instagram. You know, so follow me. I follow back. Send me a message if we know each other. Send me a message if we don't. You know, I'm a dope person. I try to get along with everybody. So
yeah,
appreciate the opportunity though, man.
For sure, man. For sure. I would say, yeah, you're pretty fly, pretty accepting of new people because I didn't know you. Hadn't talked to you one time until about 12 minutes before we hit play on this thing. I opened the door and was like, hey, how are you? I'm Zach.
Yeah, man. Hey, this
Never
guy
know.
right here, most definitely, him and Jerry, like we're definitely going to go get a peck of oysters and probably throw back a few brews.
Yeah. Some beers, get Jerry past the textural blocks in his mind and move on from there.
Move on from there, man. Become king regulars out there.
Yeah. Well, we get 10% off with our Tommy card. Do you know about the Tommy card?
No.
So Tommy Maddox, episode 15, has the Tommy card.
Okay.
You can get a Tommy card by reaching out to Tommy Maddox on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
$12. He'll give you a card with your name on it. It's good for a whole year.
Okay.
You get 10% off every time you go to King's Barbecue, Sugar Hill, Lovex, Reynolds Seafood, East Coast Wings, Spence Automotive, Vicks Cleaners. There's several other places that I'm forgetting. Lester's Hardware. They all give you unlimited 10% discounts for an entire year for the low price of $12 for the Tommy card.
Yeah, I'm about to do that.
You got to, dude. It's such a deal.
That's a real good hometown deal.
It's a hell of a deal. $12. You're going to get that back. Like, if you used it 3 or 4 times a week, you'd probably get it like every week and a half.
Every week,
You're paying
man.
yourself
Like,
off.
absolutely.
Sweet deal.
And just like those are all small town stores that I go to. So
Yeah. I always forget about it, man. We were doing you saw us doing the cookout the other night. We were talking about this like before we started.
Yeah.
So he's rolled through a few times and seen us, and we joked that like this building is pretty much just a building for ping pong and cooking out and having a good time. But there's a couple of things else that happen here, but like largely that's the point of the building here at the corner of North and Heritage.
Every time I pass by here, I'm just like super jealous. I'm like, damn, I want to be in there playing ping pong.
Yeah. Now you know you can just pull up, stop in. Don't park in the loading zone. Don't be like those freaking assholes that park in the loading zone, and don't park the wrong direction in the loading zone. Those are our pet peeves. But other than that, man, come on in. Are you parked in the loading zone right now?
Absolutely not. I parked in the front because I did not want to get my shit towed.
I've had people actually. Don't worry, they won't. It's a terrible thing. I've had people like come up in official elected positions in this city and county, and park in the freaking loading zone and come in and talk for like an hour and a half, and you're like. They're like, anything we can help you with? I'm like, yeah, let's start enforcing the frickin' no parking loading zone. And then it's like they're parked in it, and you're like, oh, shit. And they're like, all right, we'll see you later. And you look out, and you're like, oh, man, they were parked there the whole time.
Oh, man, that's crazy.
But no, man, definitely got to stop by and check it out. We ever doing the cookouts, you got to stop by and check it out. We always have extra food and stuff like that. So.
I'm definitely down for that.
Absolutely. We'll show you how to play ping pong. We'll give you the official rules and all that good stuff.
Hey, I need that because I've never actually played.
Okay. That's how we know. That's how we can tell if someone's like hip to it or not. You ask them to serve, and that you can tell based on their serve if they know the official rules. Because the official rule, everyone wants to like spin the ball off their hand and stuff. The official rules are you have to go palm up, open, and throw the ball straight up at least 6 inches and then make contact. Didn't know that.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't have done that.
Yeah. Did you know that, Jerry?
I don't do that, so no, I don't.
Exactly. Jerry plays with us all the time, and he's a fucking cheater. But we still beat his ass anyway. It's fine. We just give it to him. We're like,
You guys
whatever.
Shit on me on ping pong.
We do.
It's
We're
like
pretty good
crazy.
at it. We're pretty good at it. We're not like professionals, but we've played some games. I used to have a buddy that I worked with at this convention hotel, and Convention Center Hotel in Columbus, and we would get off work at like 2, 3 in the morning, and then we'd drive back to his place, and we'd play ping pong in his basement till like we couldn't keep our eyes. We'd buy like a 30-pack of Busch Lights and try and drink them all ourselves and play ping pong until we couldn't keep our eyes open. But we did black lights in the basement, and we'd play with the orange balls only. So it was like black light ping pong, and it was such a tight little space that like you'd have to play it off the wall all the time. It was like arena ping pong. Is kind of its own thing. Like think of regular football than arena football. It's much faster. You got the shit bouncing off the net, coming back in, and you can run it back. It was like that, but ping pong and drunk.
I can't imagine because I've seen like videos of like tournaments and stuff, and they're hitting that ball all types of crazy, and I'm just like, yo, this is real ping pong.
It's
like
table tennis. Yeah, it's serious.
Yeah, like I just
serious.
You know, I'm thinking I'm
you're like hitting it and it bounces up to like your eyes and comes back down.
Yeah,
we will smash that shit in your face so fast you won't even know what's up.
I'm glad you warned me.
Well, the anime, you should be hip to the ping pong scene. It's kind of the same culture.
Hey, absolutely, because there's some scenes in anime where they're playing ping pong and it's like a full battle.
It's like a tradition. It's like it's ingrained in the culture there, the table tennis.
I got to get down with the culture.
I watch it like crazy on YouTube. I'm a nerd for it. That's how I have all these crazy serves and stuff. But you gotta put that time in, like everything else, man.
We gotta get good,
to the craft.
Start a league, summer league.
Yeah, we got to.
I would love to get a league, dude. That'd be sweet. So the dudes at Lester's have been trying to recruit me. They play on Monday nights. They have a Monday night ping pong league. I walked in there like 6 weeks ago, and Sam Davis was like, "Hey, so and so, this is your ping pong guy from down there on the corner I was telling you about." And then they were telling me all about their like Monday night league. He was like, "It's cool." He's like, we travel. You know, you guys want to come down here for a Monday? We'll go up to your place on a Monday. And I was like, shit. I've had several people stop in and be like, I play a lot. Call me.
That's wild. I really thought our sport was bowling. Like, we have a lot of bowlers in Kinston.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
It's a small town sport. Yeah. I would like to get in on that. I mean, I'm like between beers 2 and 5, I could probably bowl like a 156 to 188 range. Not great.
Wednesdays are their cheap night. We could definitely do that.
Yeah. What is it Wednesday? It's like $1?
$2.
$2.
Yeah, $2 for the game.
I think I went there once, but they were out of all beer, so I was like.
The last few times I've been
stocked.
Yeah, they've been stocked.
We'll have to hit it up. Yeah. I think who's the dude that works the bar over there? Is it Joey Bryan? I think is his name.
I think so.
Yeah, we'll have to hit him up. We'll have to make sure he's got the beer on. Oh, dude, it's Wednesday. We should do it. We should gotta hit it up. We could do a Wednesday. We go get buy a peck, get a peck free, and then go bowling.
That
it's a whole night of discount. Yeah.
And maybe make a video out of it or something.
It's a night of discounts.
Or just have fun.
It's whatever. Just put it up.
I'm always down for a good video, brother. I missed our video from when we jumped off the cliff and you lost your GoPro.
Dude, that broke my heart, and it's broke again thinking about it. So thank you. I just got my last shot where one of the dudes jumped right over me, right over the camera. It looked sweet. I did one more jump. That shit fell out of my hands. And it was like 80 feet. Like I swam deep enough where I couldn't even tell which way was up because it was so dark. So I was like, yeah, let me just stay still and float back up real quick.
Yeah, bro, you were pissed. Even the hot girls, like Jerry was like, I lost my fucking GoPro. And I'm like, chill, Jerry. These girls are kind of hot.
Yeah, you're kind of blowing the vibe.
You're blowing the vibe. He's like, fuck that out. My GoPro's going. Yeah,
fuck about a vibe.
Yeah, like,
lost $650.
Fuck a vibe. This was money.
Yeah,
man. It was crazy. Don't ever go cliff jumping with Jerry.
Yeah. Don't let him take his equipment.
Yeah.
You got me super nervous about it, letting him use my equipment now, but.
Hey, listen. That was.
As long as he's not jumping off a cliff.
Yeah, as long as he's not jumping off a cliff, we're good. We're good.
For sure.
We're good.
Well, cool, man. I appreciate you coming out. This is Mike Pridgen. I'm Zac Holcomb. This was Kicking It With episode 17.